Hey, dudes. How's it going, man? Starting the show. My two friends are here. Horatio and Delaney, man. I've been looking at this dude. His name is Political Punk. If you ever want to see him, he comes on at night and he talks like that. He's like, man, oh man, we're gonna go out. We're gonna protest, man, and we're just gonna get it done, man. And we're gonna get Trump out of there, man. But he's pretty funny though. Let's get these guys in here. See if I can get them in here. This is Delaney. Hello. This is Mr. Horatio. Let's see if I can get myself in there. Hey. Oh, what's going on there? Hey. Oh no.
I'm in a car accident. Hey, what's up, y'all? How you doing, Jay? I just wanna, I'm not. This is very important, boring news, but I have a new phone, so I just found out I can't hook up headphones to it. I have to use Bluetooth.
It sounds really good. It's like the best
Well,
you've been on.
Good
the camera looks good, and
new technology.
Well, I mean, you know what? All the technology is going into phones. I mean, it's just the cameras and the speakers in them are just really good, you know.
Yeah, the X-ray through the clothes.
The X-rays.
You can X-ray through and just see nudity.
I mean, who would have thought? We were watching Star Trek, and that lady that was talking to the lady that was in the computer in the ship that's always talking to him could be in your pocket.
You imagine that? We can travel to different universes.
Mrs.
So we got that.
Roddenberry, whose name escapes me, she played the voice of the computer.
Gene Roddenberry's wife?
Yes.
Stacy Roddenberry?
Yeah, that's what they call her. Do they? I don't know. But I know she played the computer voice.
Fuck you, hey Stacy. My name's Ethel. Ethel Roddenberry.
She is the only character. She's the only character, even though she's a disembodied voice, who carried over from the old series to Next Generation. Was the voice?
Oh, that's great. Well,
she actually did
ship.
it?
She's the voice of the ship?
Same actor. Yeah.
So how old was she doing that, like the new one? She must have been like pretty old, right?
For Next Generation, yeah, she must have got up there. Gene Roddenberry passed away during Next Generation. I think they kept going without him. He was the Lorne Michaels of Star Trek.
Oh, no, there's no other Lorne. There's no Lorne Michaels of anything.
Of course.
Yeah. It's like the Holy Grail. There's no Holy Grail of Holy Grails. There's just the Holy Grail.
That's what all the one-season guys say. No, don't even compare anyone to Lorne. No, not the Godfather, not Kennedy, not no one.
No. Don't do it.
Have you heard the word incomparable?
Incomparable.
That was my attempt at a Lorne impression. I don't have a good Lorne because I don't know him.
Does anybody really know him, though? Does anybody?
Does anyone really know what time it is? Does anybody really care?
Probably Jimmy. Jimmy probably knows.
Get my camera in a good spot. This Subaru edition isn't working out for me. Oh, here we go. Maybe something like
Oh, no,
this.
Oh, no.
Adam
It
Tyler
looks like we're blowing you.
She played Troy's mother. Troy's mother was the
Troy's
randiest character of them all on Star Trek. She was very horny. She was always going after Picard and others, and when
Are we talking about Roddenberry Lady again?
Yeah.
The Beta Z weddings are always done naked, so she has to have a wedding on the Enterprise, so everybody's got to get buck naked.
Wait a minute. Is that true?
Yeah.
On Star Trek? I never saw that.
Yeah.
Whose wedding is this? Is it P. Diddy's wedding or what?
You didn't see that one? Well, then you missed Troy's wedding. You missed a good one.
The hell's going on? What?
You know,
Naked?
I'm like, this isn't gonna. I always got to take it to a dark place, but this Cowboys player died.
Oh, the worst is that when he gets like when he's gonna say something interesting is when he freezes.
That's always when he freezes. He always drops a bombshell on us.
Look at that! Look at my philosophizing.
Yeah, very.
Have you
very
heard
good,
about
very Rodan.
this recent suicide by? No, he didn't even get shot. He killed himself. And anyway, I forgot my beautiful point I was going to make.
I thought he just.
Oh,
I saw
he
it
was
in the
going to get
paper.
arrested.
Oh,
Huh?
he was? I saw it in the paper. I thought he just died.
No. He was involved in a police chase, and then he pulled over. Then he drove off the road and then hit a tree, and then he shot himself. And then, his mother had gotten messages like he was saying he's going to kill himself. So there's nothing. They're not saying it's weird or crazy that he was killed by the cops.
Yeah, I mean, he's a football player. I mean, you probably see more of that.
There's I've fallen into this thing where you watch those videos, and then I've watched a few, and they've kind of gone away, but they come back, and there's like this one guy, and he just talks about getting raped in prison and people getting raped in prison. And I think, and you notice men are making more plea deals because they've seen these tapes on on the internet, and they're like, oh my God, this plea, whatever. I can't go into regular population. I can't, whatever they have to do to get out of it. Oh, so I don't know.
A lot of these prison dudes, I mean, do you trust them? I was watching a lot of former prisoners' videos, and then you start to see other prisoners' videos, and they're like, that guy's lying. He's making up all that shit. Okay.
Right, yeah. There's this one guy with he's 65, and he's missing most of his teeth, and he's like, yeah, if you fart, then your ass people are like, that's juicy, and they're gonna go get you. Like, God damn it.
If you fart, don't fart in prison. Oh,
that's what you say. Don't fart in prison, because if they smell it, they're like, ooh, that's juicy. They can hear it, and they can smell it. Oh, fucking A, dude.
Enticed on your asshole.
That's just, or perhaps that's just my attitude.
Perhaps it's just me. Just me.
So far,
all right, let's look at something more cheerful.
Pick up the soap.
I mean, from what I've heard, it was why would you rape anybody in prison? There's plenty of gay people in prison. You don't have to rape anybody. But as far as you're gonna do what I say, well, I mean, what do you call being in a gang?
I mean, what can you do? Yeah, you have to be in a gang, right? You have to affiliate immediately, and then hope that. I don't know. I don't know what it's like really or not, but
the scariest thing I've heard is that if there's a riot, you have to fight, or you're gonna get stabbed the next day.
Who are you fighting?
The other races.
The cop.
No,
different races.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like when there's a riot,
it's
like no rules. Everybody gets to get their get back,
Delaney, you like that. Delaney would like that.
I was thinking, Raj, maybe I should shift over to prison videos instead of people getting arrested. But look, this is just a feed. For some reason, the algorithm keeps feeding me these things. I didn't ask for them. I didn't ask for
No, you don't ask for anything, but your curiosity gets into something, and then it's like, oh, you like that? Huh? You like that?
Baby likes that. No, I think
so then you start thinking, wait, am I just a creep? Because I'm just watching people die. Every day I'm watching 6 people die from mostly from car accidents and shootouts.
I don't.
And I'm like, what?
I don't have.
At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they start, and you're like, come on, it's too early. They start at 7 p.m. at New York time.
So you mean on Instagram, or do you mean on YouTube? Mostly
on Instagram, right? I imagine it's a TikTok thing first, but Instagram, yeah.
So that's why I don't have Instagram, I couldn't take
a lot. First of all, like even in Facebook, I couldn't take if you have a lot of people that follow you or whatever. A lot of people die. It's the first time I ever got a sense on like how much people die or get sick or whatever, in the world. It's just like
because of
every
Facebook.
day. Yeah, every day. Dads die. Just it's like people die. So every day I see somebody and it's dead, and I'm like, I can't take that much death, man. It's like I don't. It's,
Yeah.
But like, I don't have Instagram or whatever, so I would imagine that it is a certain time. If you looked up anything that's macabre or anything like, you're gonna just get a feed of that, a flood of it,
But what
Yeah,
Raj is
and
saying
it's
is that they should consider time of day, and I don't think they do. I think they're trying to appeal to the whole globe, and I don't think they think, oh, well, this isn't good for 4 o'clock viewing.
Well, people get stuff at
I
different
mean,
times too,
social media does have its rules about like when you're posting and stuff. I know that's different. Yeah, I mean, if you're posting for a
Like time
TV
of
show,
day.
they'll say, "Why don't you do it at this hour? It'll get more hits if you do it on this day." They've got all that down.
Yeah.
They've
do.
figured out who like when people get to work and they start looking at shit. I guess that's the prime time.
And your audience, basically, yeah, because there's people all over the world, but people all over the world aren't interested in everything, like.
Hit in LA and Vegas because we're on the West Coast. Right now, people are getting home. People are getting to work and having their coffee. They're like,
West Coast is the best coast. Go Doyers. What do you got there? Bears?
Go Cubs.
Cubs.
Cubs versus Indians. World Series.
That's 16.
That's from 2016. Yep. Me and Nunez went to the Cubs Superstore. I got a shirt and something else, but I forget. Shirt's comfortable, so I wear it all the time.
The Dodgers. I was trying to get my kids some Dodgers championship stuff. That stuff is like just sold out everywhere. Delaney's frozen.
That's funny. I saw a guy, like a Latino guy, and he's like, "I got 25 of them. I got the World Series hats. DM me right now."
On the street, yeah. That's what happened. I think all the people on the street vendors bought them all up. And
oh, is that what happened?
I think so, yeah. Because like trying to buy them, like order them like online is impossible. But everybody on the street, like you walk around, they got them.
I could see that. Yeah, it's like when the thrift stores, you used to be able to get some good stuff, and then now people go in there and just like whatever they do, they go right away and they take whatever's kind of decent as far as clothes go.
In LA, it's a big like foot traffic thing. Like people see it, and you like right now, you can get a lot of people buying it. like just thinking about it, like, oh, let me get a shirt.
Yeah,
that's the way I bought plenty of stuff.
Oh yeah, you have to go to East LA and go to one of those jersey stores, something, right?
Oh, dude, man, my barbershop, like there's people outside, standing outside my barbershop with Lakers and Dodgers stuff, Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like all
is
over
it
town,
is it Fugazi or is it some real shit?
Sometimes I don't know, Sometimes it looks just as authentic, but I would imagine it's not if they're on the street, I don't know. You guys are taking turns.
Froze up again.
Oh, there you go.
I bought a Bears hat at SoFi.
Am I back or am I out?
You're all back.
You're in.
Oh, they had the Bears stuff. Did you go to a Bear? Was it a Bears game at SoFi?
Yeah, it was a Bears game,
okay.
And someone had set up, and it was all the cheap shit. But it was like perfect because it's $10, and I'm like,
right. I'm just putting this on right now.
I need a hat anyway,
right.
And I could lose it, whatever. It doesn't matter. Because you're gonna go party or whatever at the stadium, so shit gets lost. So it's like this is perfect. Like someone can throw an egg at it,
throw it away if they lose. All that shit.
Yeah, exactly. All ashamed in the parking lot. You're like, fuck this. Delaney, are you wearing some kind of baseball hat? At a team?
Yeah. Nope. Dallas is patience.
Oh, that
team. This is when I went
to
Congress.
They're 0-13.
Swag. I know, but in the softball games, everyone's like, "Oh, my fistula!" And then like, "All right, knock it off."
The
3
dialysis.
innings.
That'd be
Yeah.
great. The Patients League. So he beat the shit out of the paraplegics, but the
You know, the
Yeah.
most they have is a kidney walk. They have a walk, but I was too gouty back then.
is it a race? You can't have races. and
Hell
stuff like that.
no, hell no.
Yeah,
You're
no, you
happy
can't
if
have
you can walk.
you can't have people getting
It's for the
competitive.
ambulatory.
They'll kill
Yeah.
themselves.
No, there's no transplant race. We're in borrowed time. We're like, I hope this thing holds out until I get to the fucking ribbon. I hope I don't have a rejection during the race.
there should be a race, but just a very short one. Just everybody lines up.
If I was your
You know.
therapist or whatever, I'd be like, "This, we want to live or what? Let's make this a competition. Let's get it going. Let's get it cracking in here." Who's the one?
Yeah.
A lot of these people are diabetics. You know, they have kidney failure. It goes with the diabetes, and
Yep.
they have amputations.
Wow.
You know, they're all missing toes and stuff, and limbs. So no, we don't want to lay that trip on them. But of course, once you get in the
I get
wheelchair, you just fly by everybody.
Right. You're gonna beat everybody through the
Especially
wheelchair.
Especially the guy in the automatic wheelchair. He's like, excuse me, whipping through everybody down Fifth Avenue.
I hate when people bother you with their walks. Like, can you please give me $100? I'm walking 2 miles on Saturday. All right.
Yeah.
That used to happen
Those
at
are
work a lot.
age-old.
Like,
Walk-a-thons
I love you
have been
saying
around
that,
as long as
Horatio.
I
You
can
sound like a
remember.
regular person.
Mhm.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Don't
Well,
make
you
me
said-
pay for your walk.
Not like these stand-ups. Not like these Rogan Sphere stand-ups who never had a job, who never.
These Rogan
Wake it-
stand-ups.
Waking up at 1 o'clock every day.
I wrote this Onion piece that was having.
This is a
friend
Rogan
with-
stand-up.
What?
That's the Rogan stand-up's looking for what's going to be popular next. Thank you.
Okay, now tell me what's your onion
Yeah,
piece?
go ahead, Delaney.
Having a friend with a deadly disease can be good for your health because of all the walks, all the thons. That was the first thing they ever shot when they went video. Was a friend with cancer increases health.
Are they still going?
I think they might have brought him back. We got Ryan.
I
Charles
saw
in
some
there
videos. They
every
seem
time.
kind of new.
I thought there might have been some new ones coming around, but I haven't looked closely. I haven't followed the Onion for a long time. Sometimes stuff will drift my way. You know, they'll have a good headline again once in a while, but it's not like it used to be. And now the waters have been muddied by these other outfits. Like
I don't, Delaney. I have
a
to
lot of-
disagree.
they still got it.
At first, when they switched over and someone bought them, they were doing real like milk toast stuff.
I know.
but-
it seemed like
but now I
the
think they're
bar had
back
been
somehow.
really
I think-
lowered.
Well, at least the recent posts I've received, I've seen where I've reposted some of them. They're not that good.
Yeah. No,
It's
they're-
hard for something like that to stay. Something that started out in print, and a lot of that was about like finding the magazine, knowing about it, you know, and then going over to digital, which it kind of worked, but then there was so much other stuff that could like copy it, you know.
Now people are
and you
going back to ordering it.
Well, I hope so, you know,
Yeah.
because that's what made it good. It's got to be on every day. You got to change it like every hour if it's going to be digital, you know. You can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't do the same thing in print.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
No, I used to love reading The Onion. That was such a treat that we'd get that for nothing.
Right?
Yeah.
It
New
made
York,
you
where
more
they
like
They
patient.
had their own box. And New York City was full of Onion boxes, just like the Village Voice and the other local papers, each on the main corners. You know, 23rd and 14th,
Yeah.
and then smaller ones too. That's where you got your Onion from a regular. They were free.
Yeah, well, they did a good job when they moved to New York. I mean, that really put them, on the map. And then digital too helped a lot. I mean, it helped them that everybody knew who it was, but it was a different thing. You got to put like a lot more material out to do digital. It's just
Now it's every day. People are like putting out. You got to put out 2 stories a day. Blah blah blah.
oh yeah, you can't. They can't keep up.
Like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said. 3 times a day now.
Yeah.
If you're covering, like politics, like they do. My favorite Onion thing was like a week after 9/11. They had this thing. Not a week, maybe like a month. They had a thing where like they were putting the plane back together to fly it again. So it's actually just them, the investigation of them recreating it, but they took that picture like there's 9/11 plane to fly again, and it's just like what the fuck, and it's just like you'd imagine. It's just like just little chunks all put together that they're doing for the investigation.
They gonna fly. Hey, can this thing fly?
Like it's the year, 2 years. It's like a year anniversary. Let's fly this baby again. Tell those guys they can fuck themselves.
When they put it together. Hey man, you think this
Immediately
thing can fly? And then that becomes the story.
Out of here, Harvey. Harvey, get out of here.
Nobody cares about what happened. Fuck that, man. They put it back together. It's the story of the year.
I know some guys. I mean, if we can get a bunch of auto body guys, we can get some body work on this thing. We can get a flight worthy in about 2 days. I would imagine 4 days. That's my 9/11 Onion thing.
Yeah,
but they did millions. They did hundreds that were amazing.
I got
Turtle
one that
dance
wasn't-
music. Those were the good old days.
This is my only one. Yes, they were. I had one thing on the one headline on the front page of the Onion of the paper version, which was Pentagon surrounds itself with decoys, lookalikes, something like that. And you see it was an infogram where you see there's now 5 Pentagons. So next time they come to hit us, they'll be confused. It'll be a 1 out of 5 shot. Which one's the real Pentagon? At the time, Saddam was surrounding himself with lookalikes.
Lookalikes,
Yeah.
Everywhere Saddam went, he had 2 or 3 Saddams with him, like Mr. Ulo. Ulo always had a lot of fake Ulos around him to throw us off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Osama bin Laden. Probably a lot of Osama bin Ladens.
If he went
like-
out for a falafel, he had like 9 bearded guys with him. Tall. Give me some tall guys, beard like mine.
I mean, God
Well,
damn
that's
it.
just
Every time
security.
we do
I'm talking
Friday-
about a guy you hire. He probably hires guys to be a decoy for himself, so they don't know where he is. And then that guy, that guy has to go through an audition process. Just has to be kind of tall, I guess. Look like him.
Okay, we know you're auditioning for the part. Just try to be yourself. You're me.
Wait a minute.
You're walking around.
What
you're
kind
making
of situation are we speaking of here? What would I be doing there?
You're just relaxing at home, watching a videotape. Whatever.
You're just being yourself. Or being me.
Be
Okay,
yourself, just
for
be you,
picture,
Be- but
for
me, but
picture,
be me.
yes. Okay, great. But if you want me to, if he's gonna go tell a speech somewhere,
Come on, don't talk the
It's
fucking
not the-
thing to death. Action already.
Yeah, in those countries, you can't be an impressionist. Then you get fucking
No, don't
Good
do
imp-
me. If you do
good
me,
impression, bud.
Okay.
That's a great
Okay,
impression.
I'm
Can I talk to you?
auditioning. I'm auditioning for the role of Osama bin Laden. Here's my Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, all the Osamas in the waiting room.
Yeah. To be the lookalike.
Uh,
Hey, this is not. They're all sitting there comparing notes. It's not my first rodeo. I've been a lookalike for a lot of guys. Gaddafi, a lot of the big guys.
Remember one
Being
year, I
a
don't know,
stand-in's not what it used to be.
was that the year you came up to Toronto? But one year, the first time that they did not the Spy Who Shagged Me, but whatever that character's name is, Austin Powers, the first
Austin
movie.
Powers.
When they released the DVD, they put it was like 200 Austin Powers impersonators in Toronto, and they were just running around the city and shit. And then by the end of the
Oh,
night, because
no.
they were going, they had them going into bars, so they were drinking. So by the end of the night, they had their like wigs off and shit, and like.
Naturally.
Yeah.
But it was funny. It was like just they unleashed.
But the
like,
fake
Like
They're
SantaCon,
still in
except
it.
for Austin Powers.
Yeah, yeah, they were all over the place. Drunk. It was perfect too. It's like, yeah, go to bars, go get drunk, go fucking. Everybody's buying them drinks and shit to see the Austin Powers get drunk.
Ooh.
And then by the
Did
all
they
of them
come
were doing the
Did they come
impression.
in the second city?
No, we weren't. I feel like we didn't have a show that night, cause yeah, we definitely didn't. I feel like because we were out doing something else as a cast, and we saw him, and Mark and I like got one of them, and like and held him and made him hang out with us all night. And shit. Okay. Kept taking his wig and shit, and buying him drinks and shit.
You got one of them, like you
Yeah,
captured him
kidnapped Austin. Stay
in
with
the
us, dude.
wild.
Yeah, by the end of the night, he dropped
He's
the
like-
impression. He stopped doing it. He stopped doing the baby because they made him do that. They were like, "Hey, baby," and then he's just like, "Oh man."
The kidnapping.
Got us Austin Powers, man.
It's such a Halloween thing to do. Like older kids imagine they're going to do something like that. We're going to get one of the younger kids. He's got a lot of candy. We're going to get him, and then we'll have him. Just torment him and take his candy. But it's Austin Powers. Only a child would think of something like that.
Well, everyone drank after their show wherever they were at. For the most part, if you didn't drink, it was like 2 out of 10 maybe people didn't drink. Or the girls probably not too much, but we all partied. So whenever you did a show on the road, we always wanted to go to the local bar and drink.
Yeah,
So then you
definitely,
get back. If it's a school, we're near the school and kids are at the bar. Then there's like a pranky situation to it. Like if someone's obnoxious, you're like, all right, go wake up Ian. Because Ian didn't drink. Like, go in his room and wake him up. He goes, and then we'd say, me and Matt Walsh were like, you have to wake the bear. If you wake the bear, then and only then can you now enter to the world of comedy. So he had to go do it, and he's having fun. And then, of course we did, yeah.
Incur the wrath.
Ian was just like, what? It's like, what? It wasn't as fun as but it was still good. But yeah, like that pranky situation can get dangerous.
Yeah.
But not with me.
Well, if we're gonna
Maybe
do a
other
Herald,
people.
we need a suggestion. I guess.
And Billy Merritt apparently.
And Billy.
I do. I do all my heralds with Billy Merritt. I've done 1,000 heralds with Billy Merritt.
You guys are each other's safety vests.
He calls me his improv wife. He tells everyone you should have an improv wife, and
That's
I'm,
weird.
I am his. It's totally
Improv
weird,
wife.
but Billy is my improv wife because we've been in a million groups together since college, all the way up to the point where we're fucking old, and I'm moving back home and moving away.
You did stuff like. Are you both not from Florida? Are you?
Yeah.
We were in the yes, we went to the same college. When I met Billy, I was
really?
like,
I didn't
"Oh
know that.
man, now I can have an improv group. Like this guy exists. Now I can have a fucking group because of this guy." 100%.
How
And
did
like,
you
let's
both
start
end
a
up in
group.
New
He was
York,
like,
or did
"Yes, and."
you both decide to go at the same time?
No, I went first because Linda was always ahead of us. You know, she was a real scholar. She went to Ivy League and all that. And she auditioned for the neighborhood playhouse, got in, and she moved to New York. So I followed her, and I went and learned the Harold at National Improvisational Theater from one of the committee people, Tamara Wilcox Smith. And then I called Billy, and the guys was like, "You got to learn this, Harold. You got to learn to improv for real. Come up. You stay at my apartment till you find places." And they did. Greg Madera, Dave Blumenfeld, Billy Merritt all moved up here, studied Harold, learned the Harold there, and then NIT split town. We were left on our own. But UCB showed up.
Showed
We
up. Mhm.
retrained with the UCB, started the Swarm, which became like the hot ticket in town.
That's weird. We could talk about the Herald because like it was when did
We had a lot
when
of
did he
groups
make
in
it?
between on the way to go. Many groups
And it,
along the way.
and he the Herald is an improvisational form that was invented by Dale Close. When did he do it? Like in the 80s?
67 or 68. I can't
Oh, he
quite
did it
pin
then.
down.
But then nobody
Yeah,
didn't
with the
want to do it
committee.
until the 80s.
He no, exactly. He found it one day and he was like, "Eureka!" And everyone's like, "Settle down." Deli's like, "No, it's a historic day in theater. It must be a name." And Bill Matthews like, "Harold's a nice name." He was invoking the old with the Beatles, saying, "What do you call that haircut?" He's like, "I call it Arthur." It was Bill Matthew being a wise ass, trying to be a Beatle, saying Harold's a nice name. And Dale didn't like the name Harold, but then people started using it. But I heard Ed Greenberg told me that after people started using it for a couple of weeks, Dale started liking that very much because they had really found something. And it did catch on, but then it petered out. It was done in a few spots here and there, but not with anybody but Dale. And it was only when Dale got sober and quit Second City once and for all.
Mm-hmm.
And needed something to do and hooked up with Sharna.
So he came up with it while he was still at Second City.
Committee.
In the committee.
100% committee in San Francisco.
So they didn't do it at Second City, which is which makes sense.
No, but he would slip it in. He came back to say, see, he started at Second City as an actor, did 3 reviews, went on
then
with
came back,
life. Went
and
out
came
to
back
California,
as a director.
did the committee thing, then came back for his second phase at Second City, which is a long stint as a director, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And while he had, while he was already there at Second City, he would, of course, lay the Harold on everybody, but it was never performed. It was always done behind closed doors. It was done in the basement. Maybe there's some Harold-esque things happening on the stage, but no one was going out there fucking doing Harold. Certainly not a 3-beat Harold kind of affair. It's not till the improv Olympic phase of his life that Harold really caught on. This is a lot of what I talk about in my book. In my book, I spell all this out, the exact history of Harold.
Do you have drawings in there?
A couple little illustrations. I could maybe use some help from you on that, Raj. There you
bring
go.
This into full context.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I was going to ask Horatio, like how much, Horatio, when you started, because I'll tell my experience of it. When you started doing improv, you were doing theater at Columbia, doing some other stuff like local theater and stuff.
I'd gone to the Columbia College in Chicago. That was art school, and I was I was actually thinking of becoming a director, a cinematographer. So I took movie classes, and they taught us on these old 16mm cameras that you had to record sound separately. So I learned how to use the sound and how to sync it. But then I was just like, you got to be good for this, you got to be technically good.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be sound. And I wasn't like that. I was never, I can fix things or I know electronics. So I was like, it's easier for me to go with my own brain and go back to what I really kind of dreamed of doing when I was a kid. So I was like, let's just do that because the rest of it's kind of depressing.
And then
Same thing happened to me. Roger, I had the same thing because I went to technical school. I like transferred out of high school into tech school, did commercial art. It's too boring. TV guys are having more fun. I went over there. And so I was like learning basically to be a cameraman over there. And I always got, after a while, I always got pinned to direct everything. And I liked that. But the same thing happened. Like, I gotta fucking know cameras and technical shit and all that, and everything's turning digital. I'm like, don't think this is for me. All this
So-
technical
Well, yeah,
stuff.
I also had a public access show with my brother and my best friend. So because we learned
That's
how to operate, we had
insane.
to go through classes to operate the cameras and the, and charge batteries and all that. They're big cameras, like
Yep.
this big, like this big.
Yeah.
Where am I? Anyway, yeah. So that was kind of my thinking is like, okay, I had fun with that. We did some cool stuff visually, I thought too. So the next progression was going to be film guy, and then I was like, nah, what I really like is being in front of it, and I'm not good at that yet. So, yeah, that was the thinking.
So did
I
you start
didn't wanna
taking
be-
classes? Did you take an improv class?
Well, yeah, when I
It's
was
both of you.
I think I
forgot
was
this is
like,
where this is
I
going.
must have been like 20, and I just liked I liked watching. Obviously, I like comedy, and I knew Second City. I'd gone to Second City a handful of times, and so then when I got old enough, I went and saw Improv Olympic, and you'd see those shows, and everything seemed fun. So I took classes, and then you start hanging out with those people, and the rest is doing that over and over again with newer, nicer people.
Started
Not
hanging
newer,
out.
nicer people, but newer people.
Yeah.
Right. You started hanging out with those people. Is that the same thing with you, Delaney?
No way. I didn't want to be an actor in any way, shape, or form. I wanted to create. I wanted to make a movie. But I never had any money. I had barely enough money to like buy a nickel bag. I had my little weed, and I always had my little part-time job. But I gave my mom rent money, and I felt like film was for people who could afford cameras, and I couldn't. I just couldn't afford all that upkeep, and then the tech. There was on top of that, I had to learn all this technical stuff. It just seemed like it was beyond me. We didn't have a film school around. So I just went to art school. And the fact was, I was chasing after a girl, and she wanted me to go take an acting class with her. And I did not want. No, you know what it was? I signed up to be student director on the school play, so I could sit in the shadows and take notes. That's what the student director did. Director Frank Leahy, genius guy, will call out the notes. We would write them down. I thought perfect. Because I took that guy's intro to theater class and fell in love with him. And so I sign up for student director. Kid drops out of the play. I get fucking forced to be in the play.
You know all the play. Yeah, you know all the line. You know everything, right? You're the only person that knows everything.
It wasn't even that. It was that I just fit the role, and Frank really wanted me to do it. And I told him no. Like, no, I don't act. I'm not an actor. I don't want to be an actor. Like, no. And he just wouldn't have no for an answer. And I loved him so much that I did it. And then I got exactly the same as Raj. Got caught up. The comedy thing was separate. That came when I met Billy. Because I had a separate obsession with comedy, particularly Second City. SCTV was my big obsession when I was a teenager. And then I learned about Second City. That blew my mind. Went and saw Pasquazi and Joel Murray and that gang play a week of shows at the Comedy Corner, and it fucking changed my life. I was like, holy shit, you can do this. This is a thing. I got to learn this. I picked those guys' brains to the point of annoyance. And then once I met Billy, it was like, fucking game over. We're doing this.
I came from the comedy side of it because when I was in school, but I was doing stand up at night. A lot of doing stand up. And at that point in time,
I never had the balls. That takes balls, Jerry.
well,
How old
there
were
was
you?
nothing else, I did find
Right.
finally, because I knew that it was what I wanted to do. I saw Saturday Night Live. I didn't know anything about improvisation, but I'd seen SNL. That was what I wanted to do. I wanted to do sketch. Carol Burnett, all that kind of stuff was all my favorite stuff. I was always trying to go into character anyway. But I was just trying to figure it out. I just wasn't making any sense to me how to do that. There was nobody around that was doing it.
There's
and then
no
there was
such thing
one.
as a sketch class.
There were no classes. People were just doing stand up, And then there was comedy sports. There was one group, comedy sports, and I went and did the show with them. And I was like, this is terrible. I'm never doing this again. So I never did. I was like, improvisation, that's dumb. And then I was doing stand up at a club, and this lady was like, I'm taking classes at this. She was another stand up. She said, I'm taking classes in Chicago. I'm flying. I fly there on the weekends and take these improv classes. I was like, improv classes is dumb. She's like, come to me in Chicago and see them do it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And then I came and I was like, oh, I saw her do a set. I saw Second City do a set. And I was just like, oh, that's it. Then that fucking yes. But I also saw the show, which I was like, that show was better though. But yeah, when they came at the end, that was awesome. And she was like, well, we can do a show like that. So we did a Second City type show back in Detroit. And that's what kind of got me on the whole. But I didn't know what improv. I thought this is terrible. They like make up like mime shit. Like they're mimes.
Yeah.
So like when a group there was a group that came like from some other town, that came to the comedy club I used to hang out at.
Just mime, right?
That's what I thought.
You made a meme there.
I heckled like there was an improv group that came to the comedy club, and we were all hanging out. The stand-ups were hanging out, and they were like, "We're gonna give this team a chance." And at that time, I was doing sketch. I was just doing straight up sketch with some friends of mine that we had come out of that group that went to go to Chicago. And I just heckled them. I was just like, "This is like terrible, boom!" I had no stage whatever. Had no
Black
sense of
box.
karma. Yeah. No stage manners. I had no manners at all. I was like,
I thought you were going to say no stage even. Like you were just like a carpet and then a few chairs around. No, you had no stage manners.
No,
we
were at like a real club, but the club, like whoever's hosting the night that we used to do, he let some group from some other town, come in, and they were doing like straight, improv, which the only time I'd seen was like the stupid comedy sports. So I started booing them and shit.
So Jerry, you as an audience member thought that's how it was done? You just
if you don't like something, you should just boom.
There's no
like a
booing in
1930s
improv.
gangster movie, like
No, there's no booing in
bomb,
improv.
throw tomatoes up there.
Boom! We don't like this, right? I got booed so much back then. Like that's like if that was just happened. Like the first time I ever did stand up, I got booed. I got shit thrown at me.
But that's like with everything though, everybody starts and it sucks and you get better.
Yeah.
You just get better.
Yeah, and I thought, it was like
only in cartoons do you get vegetables and shit thrown at you on stage. That shouldn't.
I think too. Also, like that Harlem. What was that show called?
Evening at the Apollo.
Evening at the Apollo. Yeah, like that was popular then. So I think people were just like, when you don't like something, you boo the shit out of them, and when you like it, you cheer. That's just the way it goes.
That was their
There's no
game.
in between.
Yeah.
There's no in between. There's no just watching something and be like, all right.
Wasn't it nice when someone came out on Evening Apollo and got booed, but then they turned the crowd.
They turned it around. Yeah.
Bring them back.
I always thought like you gotta give people more than 2 seconds. I would watch a show, I was like, oh come on, people. Like, but gotta make your decision in 2 seconds. You gotta know how you feel about something. Don't wait.
If you don't like that, you click over to Channel 5 and you got Star Search, where they don't boo anybody. They just grade them. They grade them off. The old fat.
Star Search was I was trying to think of somebody that was on Star Search, but do you remember when they had the acting competition for a while on Star Search when they would just do scenes?
Yes.
Actors would come out, right? They would like do
do dramatic scenes in the middle of all that horse shit.
Or they do like a funny, like they do a sitcom scene, which really was bad. You're like,
oh no.
Because like, the writing was going to be shitty. Like, all right, Here we
All I know
go.
is I loved Sinbad at the time. I loved Sinbad back then. He won like 90 in a row
Sinbad
on
racked it
Star
up, man.
Searches.
Racked it
Right,
up.
Sinbad won so much they're like, you get a career.
It was Sinbad, and there was some weird singer. There was some like little like Twinkie singer that won a bunch. I can't remember his name though.
Twinkie, huh?
I'm sorry.
Ho ho.
So,
How about a yodel?
yeah, he was.
He was a Twinkie, you know, a hostess, you know.
You know, Twinkie. You know, he's a real ding dong, if you know what I mean. A nice fruit pie.
My brother and I invented a joint called the yodel. The yodel is you roll, but you need club papers. It only works with club papers. You roll a joint, a modest joint, a regular
Okay.
day, but then you roll another joint around it. It's the key to the party joint, because when you roll one of those big stogies, you know, they never quite smoke right, and they waste a lot of weed. But when you do a yodel, where it's a joint inside a joint, then it smokes really well.
I don't believe that. That seems like a waste of time.
Jerry's a doubter.
What do you mean? If you're gonna like pass around a stogie-sized joint, then that's the way to go.
Exactly. You want that extra
Yeah.
paper in the middle so it burns right.
Oh, okay. What I mean, I don't understand how it's gonna burn different than anything
if it's
else.
just all weed in there, it just kind of doesn't smoke
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
it's gonna like it's gonna get clumped
It's
up. Yeah,
gonna run. It's gonna canoe is what's gonna happen.
it's
I don't know
all
if
it's
people
all
say
how much you
canoe
grind.
anymore.
All that stuff that matters is how much you grind it up and how dry it is.
Preparation.
Yeah.
Like a job. That's what they say. Well, that's what the guy says in that movie, Sexy Beast. That's what Ben Kingsley says about pulling off a job.
Sabin.
Sub in?
People call him
Sub
that
out.
too, for real. Like, Sabin,
Why?
you want another drink, Sabin? Because he's a sir. He's a
Oh,
knight.
Sir
Sir
Ben.
Ben.
Sir Ben
Oh, I
Kingsley.
thought that was some kind of Iranian name that he grew up with. Sir Ben? Saben? Yes, Sir Ben.
Another drink, Sir Ben? Yes.
He's funny. They're funny in that episode of The Sopranos.
Fuck.
Was Ben Kingsley in The Sopranos?
Yeah.
that was his line.
I
Fuck.
forgot. Fuck. I forgot.
That was him
I
to his
forgot about
assistant.
that one.
That says so much, like the accent, like, wow, how did this happen? What the fuck?
Want to go to that luxury lounge? Hey, how about you take us to that luxury lounge?
Did you ever see that movie, The House of Shadows and Fog? That Ben
Sounds-
Kingsley
Yeah.
Oh
movie
yeah,
about
yeah.
This couple.
It's the
It's about this couple that gets their house taken away, and then they just
Yes.
wrap plastic bags around their heads. Sorry for the spoiler, but it's the most depressing thing I've ever seen. Jennifer Connelly.
House of Sand and
is like
Fog.
I
Yeah,
think she plays like a. Yeah. If you want to get really bummed out, check it out.
I do remember it being quite a bummer.
But that Sexy Beast is a movie not to be missed. That it's a really great heist movie.
Yeah.
Sexy Beast, great direction, great acting. Just it's got everything.
Yeah, terrifying guy too. The character,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
it really hits
scary guy.
on your fears. All right.
You got it
He
now.
makes other people have bad dreams. But what's happening? Oh, Roger's
He
got
got
a
it.
Barca lounger.
He got to set it up so he can relax.
Yeah,
Picture
I'm
of
in the
Van
chair
Gogh up
now.
there. Is that Vincent, Raj? That photo? That painting?
Yeah,
It looks like
That's Van
Vincent
Gogh.
himself. Uh-huh.
yeah.
With
It's
his
my
good
father
hair.
made it. My father made, lacquered it and put the frame around it, and it looks pretty cool. So that's what I have over there. And over on the other
Very
side
nice.
is my old headshot. You guys want to see it?
I do.
I hope you don't show your ear that got cut off. Raj always shows his good side.
I remember that headshot.
Whoa. Yeah, look at that.
That
Very
was
Brando-ish.
that was very.
Really?
It looked very British to me. Very flock of seagulls.
Yes.
Isn't it? Isn't
no,
it?
to me, he looks more like the more
The
than seagulls. Seagulls are a bit more extreme.
A little more of a. What was that? There was a group I used to like. I was really into British pop.
Spandau Ballet?
No, even deeper than that. Like. That's like
What?
oh man, who is this group? I now I
80s?
gotta look it up. Yeah,
A lot
80s,
of British 80s bands.
Yeah, that's when it happened. Not Wham. I really was into Wham.
Wham. Shit, I've got a mosquito. I must get it. No. I think the bastard
What
bit
was the
me
group
already.
that had the singer? There were they were two dudes from the English Beat, and then they made their own group with the black guy singer Roland
Power
Gift.
Station?
Not Power Station, but he was a black.
Specials?
Yeah,
No,
there would
not
be
the
these
Specials.
hybrid groups,
Um,
right?
He sang that song, "We're Caught in a Trap," but it was the Elvis song, but he sang another version of it.
Oh, I love
and he
those
used to
guys.
Fine
dance
Young
really.
Cannibals.
Fine Young Cannibals. Fine Young Cannibals.
I was
yeah.
way into the Fine Young Cannibals too.
Johnny.
Loved them. Yeah, they had the two guitar players from the English Beat, and they found that dude
Johnny.
who wasn't really that great of a singer, but he like had that weird dancing that he would do and shit.
No, he had a funky
Yeah.
way of singing.
He had
I
a
like
very
his
specific
voice.
voice too. Johnny.
Really
Good
weird.
voice.
Really
What's
weird voice.
up,
Yeah.
man? I'll be right back, guys. Speak without me.
How about that? There was another very sad British group, Bronski Beat.
Brodsky Beat. Yeah.
They had this super sad video about the boy who's gay. His family doesn't want anything to do with him. They turn their back on him.
Yeah.
And he runs away. I like that Raj left, but he left the whites behind. Just the whites.
That's a towel. I don't know what that is.
That Bronski Beat, I think the main guy from that band just died a little while ago, a year or so ago.
Yeah, well,
They had a
that's what
great
happens.
sound. He had one of those insane falsettos.
That's right. Who was I thinking?
He got way up there. Robot Cry.
Okay, this group, and I was still in high school, I think, when this group was. But they had an album on Milton Keynes.
And everyone called him
Which
Milton
is- which is-
Penis.
Milton Keynes, yeah, which Keynes was a city in England, but no, not Linkin Park. Come on, I cannot think of the name of that group.
And it's not Wham. I never liked Wham. I don't like good time happy music or dance music because I don't dance. And I'm not a good time happy person. I'm a dark times happy person.
That
And,
was a
so I
pretty
like Leonard
that
Cohen
was
and Led Zeppelin.
that was pretty sunny. I like that stuff too, but that was pretty sunny, like happy music.
Once in a while, a sunny song will come around that I really like, like a Madonna song or something. But although that song's sunny, I happen to be a fan of, but Sunny is a kind of a saddish song.
Sunny, yeah.
Sunny.
Yeah.
Who does that? It's not Grover.
Well,
Who
a
is
bunch
it?
of people. A bunch of people have done it.
So, you're right. That thing's been covered by everybody, so you can't say who did Sunny. But there was one that, like, the oldie station always play the same version. It's a dude. Doesn't matter.
Buffalo Springfield? No.
Hell no.
Or
I
Dusty
know what it
Springfield?
is. Without listening to it, I can just tell you what it is.
Sunny. Who did that? Dun, 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 dun. That's like a bunch of people
Yesterday,
covered
my
it.
life was filled with pain.
I can't think of it, but I know the song.
I like the way Although I like the confidence when Raj throws down. You just say
Yeah.
what it is, and I'll know. Tell him, I don't know. I don't know.
I was more of me like I'm coming back into the shows, and I was just trying to challenge myself. Very insane challenge that I
This
wouldn't
is
know
it.
what it is.
So I've been noticing that we get, we'll range from 50 to 100 people watch this, and and most, like 99% of the people watch this after we've done it. So I'm imagining that people like do what I do, like they're going to sleep, like during this. Uh, they're doing dishes, putting together a computer, doing something. I'd imagine that people are doing other things while they're watching this. Sleeping, I do that a lot. I'll put on something like this. So if you're sleeping, wake up!
And if you're trying to wake up, welcome to the day. It's going to be a good one.
It's gonna be a good day. Did you happen to catch my live stream with Walsh last week?
No, not yet.
It was
What'd
really
you guys
good.
talk about?
Just about, I mean, I shouldn't just about, mainly about doing comedy in the real world. I was gonna say, like, the easiest way to describe it is hidden camera comedy.
Oh, Jerry froze on me.
Yeah, can you hear me though? No, can't hear me.
I froze out.
And I'm gonna wait. I'll wait for you to come back. What was I gonna tell this? What was I gonna tell the audience? Oh yeah, if you want to see us next week, or last week, what we did last week with Matt Walsh. Really good interview. Matt worked on a lot of kind of not hidden camera, sometimes hidden camera, but stuff in the real world, like a lot of Sacha Baron Cohen stuff. He wrote on The Dictator and on Bruno, and then he did a lot of hidden camera stuff with. Hey, thanks, Bo. Did a lot of hidden camera stuff with UCB. Oh, I said that. Did a show with Comedy Central called Dog Bites Man, which was kind of a hidden camera, not hidden camera, but a show within the real world. Did The Daily Show, and which I also did. So we just talked a lot about that. I talked a lot about my experiences too with doing shows like that and what it was like to prank people, basically. And some where you revealed it, some where you didn't, some where there was more mean than other ones, for lack of a better term. The ones that are more aggressive, like I worked also for Michael Moore, which is obviously aggressive and not comedic, especially, which I found hard to do. There were things that were funny about it, but it wasn't basically just trying to get the joke out. It was really trying to make more of a point. And that was, for me, it was a lot more difficult. I even did, we did a few things that we couldn't even run because the prank didn't go right. There was one where we were, and this is one of the reasons why Michael Moore hired me to do a show. So I worked on his show on Bravo. It's called The Awful Truth. And at that time, he got a couple of correspondents because by then, people knew who Michael Moore was. And he was really, I'll talk about this in a minute. He was really going into it with Giuliani at the time. Giuliani was still mayor of New York. It was pre 9/11. And so at that point in time, nobody liked Giuliani. Giuliani went through nobody liking him. And then after 9/11, him becoming America's mayor, and then way down the line, he started to do the MAGA stuff, and then people stopped liking him again. But so this was a time when he was like fighting with Giuliani a lot about his filming permits, and so anyway, he was recognizable. So he hired me and Duff to basically be like his avatars, and we were correspondents, and we did a lot of the stuff that he would do on the road. Yeah, Delaney's back. Delaney's back. So I was telling them about some of this experience I had with working for Michael Moore and doing some hidden camera stuff. That was what I talked to Matt about a lot, was like hidden camera stuff or doing stuff in the world. Like he worked on Bruno. He worked on UCB, did a lot of prank kind of stuff, you know.
There was a hidden camera aspect on every episode of the UCBs.
Yeah.
Their 30 episodes on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Even if they slipped it in on the credits, it was usually a little pranky something where they were blurring the line between sketch and reality.
Yeah, he talked about that and talked about how little it had to do with UCB, because after working on other stuff like a Daily Show and working with Sacha Baron Cohen, you know, and other stuff like that, like how small of amount of that was to the UCB show. But
very little.
Very little. But it was an experience that they had and they got to do. But like, you know, and stuff that Besser, and then he also talked about that being a lot of Besser's influence. He brought a lot of that in. I did a show with Besser, you know, that was a complete prank show. It was called Crossballs. It's on Comedy Central.
Oh,
anyway,
man. I wanted to work on Crossballs so bad. It didn't work out.
Yeah, you'd have had to come out to L.A.
I know. Besser has this wonderful album, May I Help You, Dumbass? Because his phone number was like one digit away from a helpline, and people kept calling him for help, so he started giving them help.
Yeah. And he did a whole show.
Doing pranks on them.
Yeah.
He did a whole album. Oh, it turned into a show after
He did a show. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it was great.
The album's still around.
Album's still around, yeah, so if you want to see that, May I Help You, Dumbass? It was because his I'll explain it again, his phone number was really close to a helpline, and so a lot of people were calling him. So he just started pranking the people that would mistakenly call him. Bo Brooks asked, Jerry, what do you think about Eric Andre? Have you talked to him about Dog Bites Man and if that influenced him? I want to say that he may have worked on it. I know Eric really well. I mean, you know, it was just a part of his whole, I think for him and for what he was doing then, I know you know Eric Andre too, right? Or did you know him in New York?
I don't know him personally, no. I might have met him. But
he was around UC. He was around UCB a lot. He was doing stuff around UCB, especially in LA.
I've seen him there a little bit. No, I was always just a New York UCB, or never did. I put my head in LA once in a while, but
I feel like I met him in New York for the first time, but yeah.
But did you guys work on a Michael Moore thing together, Jerry?
No. Who? Me and who? Eric Andre? No.
What's the connection between Dog Bites Man? Which one was Dog Bites Man? Was that the show Walsh was on, where it was like they were news people with what's her name? Really funny woman. What's her name?
Andrea Savage. Andrea Savage.
Oof,
yeah.
She's so good.
Yeah.
She must work a lot. She's super, super talented.
She does, yeah. Let's see.
I thought people should have maybe picked up on her. Like, I don't know if she ever had an iconic show, but I thought she should have.
I thought Eric was on Dog Bites Man, but maybe he wasn't.
That was a good show. I like that. It was short-lived. Yeah, because it takes a show a little while to find itself.
That would have, that show kind of, and I forgot, because I auditioned for it, I forgot that it was kind of built for the election. And I forgot that was an election year show. Because they did a lot of political stuff. And that was the whole kind of thing for it. And they kind of hired these guys that worked with Sacha Baron Cohen to do that show. This guy Ant and another guy. I got to know them a little bit. They really specialized in doing that kind of stuff because they had worked with Sacha Baron Cohen, and they knew how to. From doing it, they just had found a lot of things that they could repeat, and then just knowing how people react and stuff, how to do that kind of stuff.
We
it's
had
really specific.
everyone had a really big appetite for the Daily Show at the time. We needed that.
Yeah.
We needed
Yep.
that outlet because of what was going on in the Bush years. And
Yep.
so stuff of that ilk was getting a lot of airplay.
That's right. We talked a lot about that because, there was a difference in when I did the Daily Show. I did the Daily Show right after Jon Stewart took over, and they were still doing a lot of the, out in the field stuff. And if you remember, a lot of that out in the field stuff was, basically getting somebody with a weird political position, doing an interview with them, and kind of editing around the interview to make them, make it funnier.
It was a little bit of entrapment. They had
A lot of
They
entrapment.
had no chance. None of them had a chance because you guys have edit. You have final edit.
Yes.
And it was a little bit of like, spot the loony.
And a lot of those techniques, the same techniques that we had learned, like what I learned with, working with Michael Moore and stuff like that, like, shooting the people, having a B roll of them while they're just sitting there. And then you can do whatever you want to while they're just sitting there because they look stupid or they're just like uncomfortable sitting there while the camera's running.
I know. It's so, when you're the director, you can make anybody look dumb.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
But I think it.
Sacha Cohen.
Say it again.
Sacha Cohen was really good at making people look dumb, but they did it all on their own. They'd step right in the shit.
Yeah. We talked a lot about that too, and just about how much people would be surprised at how prepared he was at each thing that he would do. They knew what they were going into, knew what kind of people that they were getting in, they were talking to, and all that stuff. He always had that clipboard, and he would really go word for word by what what he was going to ask people on that clipboard.
Like Ali G when he got all those hot shots to sit down and talk to him.
Yeah.
He must have been on a junket where he got in the junket. So they're cycling through a lot of people, and now he's going to spend 15 minutes with this asshole and the next asshole.
Yep. That's the way a lot of it goes. Yeah. I don't know if you remember Donna Fineglass, whatever it is. She did a thing like that for these junkets. Yeah. And she figured out you could do a lot of goofy stuff when you're doing those press junkets because the actors that are doing it are so bored. So she started doing stuff like putting oranges in her hair when she would do the interviews or doing stuff. And the actors liked it so much because she's just sitting there and you're sitting in the same room with your movie, whatever behind you, whatever the artwork is behind you. And the reporters come in. So it's a different reporter every 5 minutes and they're asking you the same stupid questions. You got to have a smile and you're fucking trying to promote this movie, but it's really, really hard to do after a while. And you're in there all day while a different corny reporter comes in there and asks you. And there's entertainment reporters too, which are the worst. Those are the worst people in the world. The worst.
You start feeling like a robot when you start answering the questions in the same way, like 5 times over and over, because it's kind of what they want you to hit, kind of. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, I'll add something crazy and I'll say it again. So it's like you start feeling really kind of gross about it.
It feels really inauthentic.
I don't mind selling shit, but like getting like 15 minutes here or whatever. It's not even 15 minutes. It's literally like 5 minutes. If you do a radio thing, it's like, okay, this one's coming on. You got 5 minutes or whatever, 2 minutes. It's pretty insane. So yeah, you start just feeling kind of dumb, like saying the same things over and over.
Yeah.
So that's what's hard about it. Obviously, people paying attention to you and giving all the things that go with that. It's very nice, but yeah, that part of it is kind of just like weird. Not only taxing, but it's like weird.
That's what it takes. The people that are good at that are really successful. That's what they going and
the Mickey Mouse kids, the Mickey Mouse people. Yeah, and people now are just more than happy to be that.
Mm-hmm.
They're kissing ass in politics all over the place.
I'm gonna smile, in
front of everybody.
I always had a hard time with that, Like I had entertainment when I was doing this sitcom, and my character was a nerd, but everybody would always say like, "Oh, he's kind of like a Urkel," because that was the only like nerd character that they knew, and it would just piss me off. And usually they were asking you that while I'm working, so I'm like I'm tired and I want to go home. You definitely don't want to do any of that shit while you're working. And you always have to do that. Like, okay, we're going to take a break, or before you go home, can you go talk to this reporter or whatever?
Oh yeah.
No actor wants to do any of that shit. You want to fucking go home and do what everybody else is doing. Go party and shit. I don't want to
exactly.
I want to like have a fake smile. I'm in a bad mood right now, you know, like you worked all day. Yeah, that's that kind of shit. Like, I guess like it being good at that like takes another skill that I just never had. I was always like, hey, Entertainment Tonight were talking to me. They were like, well, you're like Urkel, and like I just couldn't help it. Like, I'm like, this is time. Like, why couldn't I just like be like, no, I'm not really like that, or make a joke or whatever? I just like had a sour face and looked at her and shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, they're not gonna put that on TV. You can't be like that. Like, no, I'm not. Fucking idiot. Like, you can't be that way. You can't do that.
So that's part, that's part of the viz. And like I said, people are more than happy to jump through any hoop these days. Like, so it's just gonna get worse. It's gonna be like the politics. Like, the people who kiss the most ass get up there, and then they're like the whole pretense of kind of trying to be cool or trying to do your own thing. That'll still happen, but it won't be as common. So that's another shrinking thing. Like, Borat will just be a video thing. Will be something, or whatever. I just think it's like actors are getting cut out of the business as like everyone else in other businesses that are entertainment driven. We saw the radio die. We saw, the music industry not die, but we saw it exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like
this consolidating thing that you're talking about, Rod, is happening everywhere across the board. I mean, I don't even have a real bakery in my neighborhood. Everybody goes to the Stop and Shop. There's all kinds of junk in it, and it's happening not just in entertainment, but in financially
it's
and
just
all
shocking.
these other parts of society. It's funny that it hit entertainment of all things, though. Where we're supposed to be real people having real experiences.
Yeah, Tony Soprano was like, this is a business, this and the entertainment business shouldn't be affected by recession.
Yeah.
What is it? What historically is never, I don't want to hear about a fucking recession. What two businesses historically always go through that? Ours in the entertainment business and our thing.
They always survive. And it's just, exactly what I'm saying is, like, I hadn't noticed. You don't notice how it's fucking up other businesses because you're like, well, this business of mine is still the same, kind of.
Yeah.
And then when that strike shit happened, and it was all for good reason, but all they did was just like, well, fuck you then. We'll hire half of you now. How about that?
Yeah. How about that? I know. And for the audience too, of like, oh, well, it's not on TV, so I'll just like watch old episodes, or I'll watch this online, or
Yeah. No. So it's I don't want to discourage anybody because I think that's kind of whatever, discouraging people from the biz, but certainly not. It was a fucking long shot in the first place, and it's not anywhere near better these days.
Hey, it is entertainment. And at the end of the day, man, people are always going to be fickle about it. So anybody that feels like, if you're famous, that it's always going to be that way, if people can change their mind, then they can do that in the drop of a hat. It's entertainment. It's like that, like.
It's like a guy you meet and you think you're going to be friends, but you never talk again. It's just like, so, it's nice, but I'm not going to stay here every time. I'm not going to reach out every time I'm, out or something, And I think that's what like people are like with TV. It's like, I like that. That guy's sexy. I like that. I like the jokes. It's.
I don't have to have it.
Who's Bo Brooks talking about?
Sorry, I keep asking you. So you guys mentioned Crossballs. I still watch the show. How did it not get a second season? Yeah, the legalities. The legalities. So yeah, we did a show.
There were many legalities.
Horatio was actually in this episode. We did with a gun. We did a pre-taped thing with Horatio where we were a gang that shot arrows instead of using guns. And it was it was
injections. Remember?
Well, that one I was the gang that uses the arrows, and then you killed me while I was talking on air with a syringe. He's like, it's the syringe for the air posse, bitch. You were fucking-
And then that was my little guest spot, and I love that that was such a good show, because it was all just the dickiest people that now like are in Congress, in
I
the
know,
South.
right? I know,
It was
people.
all the people that
People-
Crossballs was trying to fuck with. They're all like in places of, they're like, I'm a sales, I'm a fucking congresswoman in Arizona. Holy shit. But that it was always fucking, the targets were always great, even though they were still like silly people, and you should have some kind of compassion. But they were kind of fucking warped people. So
Yeah.
Besser just
For
took
people who
advantage of
don't
that.
know
Like
what,
this,
any listeners who don't know Crossballs, it was stuff like the bits Jerry was just talking about. A gang that only uses arrows, things like that. Everybody comes out to the table. You got Chris Tallman, totally believable as the host. But there was always some poor bastard on the Herald that didn't know it was a bit, had no idea, or maybe trying to get a
Yeah.
whole
No.
audience full of people.
it was
who don't
very
know.
like that Ed TV, because it was like they're the only people that didn't know what was going on.
We didn't tell the
Literally.
audience either. We didn't tell the audience either. But the audience laughed,
start
which was
to
crazy
figure it
because
out.
like the audience figured it. Well, it was just always crazy stuff. We were always saying,
It was
crazy
like a
shit.
Jerry
So
Springer show, but
yeah.
you guys are writing the bits.
And you're
Yes.
probably having
Had someone
did you
on
ever
the
have
panel
like
stuck with
people?
you, and there.
Did you have like people from UCB in the audience any time? Like you're encouraging
Yeah,
people
well,
to come?
they would always have a bit, or a lot of times they'd have a bit with somebody sitting in the audience, and it was one of the like, oh, I'm a person, like was an example of somebody, or like, oh, that happened to me. They'd always have that. So yeah, we'd have a mark in the
okay.
audience at some point too. Yeah, but we'd
Because
also
like
do
in a
stuff like
show like that, I remember you need like 5 laughs and then everybody gets it, right?
yes,
Like
yeah,
at the same time
yeah.
in a TV kind of thing. And I don't know, I've never counted that number, but I was wondering if that maybe like there were students in the crowd that were like naturally finding this funny, so they would laugh.
No, it was
Just
no,
normal human.
They were just like, yeah, there were all audience people in LA. Man, it's hard to get audiences, and we didn't offer it to like UCB people or something like that. I think Besser wanted it to
Oh,
be a real audience. So they were a real
Real
audience, like
people.
off the street. Yeah, but we'd have people in the audience too. But yeah,
You get the UCBer to be the plant. You get the man off the
Yes.
street to be the audience.
yes, yeah. So yeah, we were surprised. We thought that the audience wouldn't laugh, and it would mostly be us how we edited it, But it
Yeah.
became something that the audience just would automatically just laugh at all the jokes, It's just
They
like it was
did,
funny.
yeah.
Like,
What
But in
was
a
it on?
Springer, in a Jerry Springer
Comedy Central.
kind of way.
Comedy
Yes.
Central.
yeah. So that episode that Horatio was in, there was a gun guy that was in there. The whole episode was about guns. And that guy threatened to sue because they lied to him. We were like the way they set up the show was all a lie. It was by the time the guests got there, the show had a different title. Like it was called
Yeah.
the debate. Like when they called him and said, "Hey, we're going to do this show," it was called the debate show. They didn't know what network it was on. So by the time it aired, people were like, "That's not what they told me. I'm suing them." And then the Comedy Central was like, "We can't keep doing this."
It's so Besser. So the answer to your question is because Besser got their ass sued too many times. Besser pissed off too many people.
Well, that guy was the only guy that threatened to sue. But you're messing with these people who do that for a living, who do nothing but go on TV and argue, and so he knows about suing and how and it was edited. It was edited crazy too. They would edit stuff out that they would say and all this shit. So as soon as they got somebody like that who really threatened them, Comedy Central was like, we're not doing this anymore. They told us that they wouldn't back us if they sued us, if we got sued personally.
Personally.
Yeah.
So it just became
so
a
you
sue
know, we
fest,
won't
and everybody was
back
like,
you
enough, fuck it. Enough's enough.
Well, it's just even
Too
with the
bad, though,
threat of
because it
suing,
was a
yeah.
really funny show.
Yeah. I think it was going to be hard to do. Like we would have had to like change the show for the next season because obviously, people would have known about it.
Yeah, people pick up on it.
We filmed the whole
Right,
season
that was
before it
part of
aired,
it,
so
too.
people didn't know, what it was. So after it aired, yeah, it was gonna be hard to do.
Season 2 would have had to have been Crossballs Confidential.
Well, I just recently did a pilot that was like that. Kind of like I was saying, I don't even know if I can talk about it, but it was another thing with a lot of friends of ours, with a lot of improvisers, and it was a show that real people came on, and we were all, but the show was fake.
Yeah.
But the people, it was hard because the people knew they were on TV, and they kind of figured it out quickly. Like all the people kind of figured it out. Like we weren't fooling anybody. So they were kind of acting. It was still funny, but it was still like, I don't think we were really tricking anybody, Because once you start
Kids
doing
must
weird
look
stuff,
at
people are
stuff.
just like, this is a joke,
Yeah. Kids must look at that and be like, this is like silent movies. Like, I don't like this. Like I got 40 guys I follow that do better pranks than this shit.
Yeah, we got better pranks than that.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, there's only so much that people. I mean, the way people prank people online is like different than what you can do on a TV show. You can do so much stuff, and the way people do stuff online is kind of like. And I've seen a lot of phony pranks online too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the whole fucking thing is almost fake. Really bad for comedy to fake something like that. Don't do that. If anybody's out there, don't fake shit
what?
like that, and then for a comedy bit.
Raj, they're always such bad actors that you can catch them right away. You can tell almost right away when they're bogus. Like when they leave a fake package, they just kind of overplay everything.
And then it's just a personal space assault at that point. It's like, I don't even, I'm just mad because you're fucking bothering me,
Leave people alone.
Like, no, you're mad because this. No, I'm not.
You think I'm an ape, but I'm not. This is a mask. Get the fuck out of here.
I even followed accounts that I see them, maybe I don't follow them, but they're now revenge videos of when prankers get hurt. So I get the videos of like the guy who's like bothering somebody and he gets shot in the stomach. The guy just turns around and says, "Fucking get away from me." The guy's like, "Oh shit." And he just like, that's hilarious. Because the change in being such a dickhead to being like almost mortally wounded and the guy facing that. It's like that's the gold. Not what the fuck you were trying to do. If you really want to go fucking crazy, that's what you got to do. Take a bullet. Next question.
Oh. Okay, so Eric Andre was at the pit. So I probably did see him around New York. Yeah.
Pit is
what, last night?
No, I'm just like in general when I see him in New York. I knew I'd met him in New York first because they were asking about Eric Andre and if I knew him. I was like, yeah, I knew him. He used to hang around UCB, but I guess he was at the pit.
Interesting. Good for him.
I don't know if it's still going, right? There was one in
the pit.
In LA.
I think the pit is still going.
It's going.
I talked to
Good
Ali
and strong.
For a while. Another friend of ours, or old friend of ours, Ali Faranakian, is the
Me too. I bumped into him last week.
Last week?
We chatted.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Where
we chatted for a little while. Right before he went to Mexico.
Did he go to live in Mexico?
No, he's going for the El Muerto.
Oh, okay.
Did you see that mayor get shot?
Yeah, I know.
There's a mayor?
Holy shit.
In Mexico?
Ali's there. I hope he wasn't in the crossfire.
Dia de los Muertos, a guy who was guy had a baby. I mean, I don't want to get into it. It's too depressing, but he basically gets killed, and it's a cartel because he's been trying to crack down or something. And he's out celebrating Dia de los Muertos. Everybody's dancing, and assassins shoot him.
So
But
oh wow!
I think it was like what they do. The cartels kill people to shut them up.
Oh yeah, and in a way that everybody sees it.
And now, what's even crazier is that they fight each other and commit horrible crimes against each other. Like they'll hit somebody and then they'll torture them and make videos out of it. And it's just, don't do drugs, man. If you cut the demand, you know what I mean? Let's stop getting high all the
If
time.
nothing else, this podcast says don't do drugs.
Just cut it out. Cut out the drugs, man.
I mean, the marijuana I smoke, man, that's grown in my state. Not whatever. I'm not even gonna say, damn, I'm so afraid of getting shot by these people. Like I was gonna kill anybody. I think fucking people are like doing videos where I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm fucking innocent alone, and then they end up dying. People had like 500,000 followers.
Have you ever seen that dude that would fuck with them all? There was a Mexican comedian that would fuck with them all the time. I mean, obviously you know what happened.
Okay.
I think that's him I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about that
I'm
guy?
out
Yes.
for the day.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, bye, brother. Be good.
Be good.
Winding down. I'll see you next time.
See you, brother.
Stay up.
Sure. Stay up the hard stuff. Right? Marijuana is just right now is what's keeping a lot of us going.
That stuff is
I don't
scary,
know
though,
about
man. Those cartel stuff, man. It is frightening. There's that frightening thing of like you feel like if I ever go to Mexico, I'm just gonna be like walking across the street and I bump into somebody and it's a cartel member, and then and then I get kidnapped and tortured.
Yeah. I went there for the Saturday Night Live reboot in the Mexican one, and then I went for a commercial that was shooting in Mexico City, and I was fucking like, I don't want to. Not really, Mexico. I'm just like, I don't.
It's scary.
I mean, I loved for SNL. I loved it. I would have gone to Iraq for that, but the other thing is, it's like, you can't go anywhere. So like, I was just like very careful and kind of. Finally, you get a few people and they'll tell you where to go, and then it's like, okay, you can relax, but and they're always going to, well, never say never, but because they're threatening to kidnap Americans now from the resorts.
Yeah.
It's all out, like, don't come here, we're going to kidnap you.
And it happens. It happens every once in a while. So you don't know.
Yeah, they'll go on the beach in Cancun and blow everybody up. Shoot everybody. Like, what the fuck? I survived Indonesia. Now I got this now. What was my point? Shit, I forgot because I was drugs. Yeah, like that is just it's unfortunate that it makes so much money that what else are they going to do? I mean, it just makes sense. Like, what are they going to do? Like, just become farmers and make fucking $1 a day? Like, you've excluded them from making money, and now they're their own industry now. You have to kind of deal with them.
Well, you could legalize it, and then you'd have some kind of like jurisdiction over them.
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean it's with marijuana. It's not as dangerous though. I think cocaine has that like, oh no, that's a little too much. And fentanyl, like, oh boy.
Well, if you legalize it, then you could be like, well, there's no more fentanyl, but you can still get heroin. Like you take away the more dangerous stuff, and
Yeah.
And you could give it to the doses that people wouldn't die from it.
They should force all the junkies to just go to Pahrump.
It's like Gaza, just move them all.
It's like, like if you get arrested 3 times for just pissing yourself on the sidewalk, it's like, man, you got to go to Pahrump. They got your own city there, where you guys can do whatever you want. like the fucking
Escape from New York or
Escape
Escape
from
from
New
LA.
York. Yeah. For junkies.
It kind of is that
And
way.
have your
though.
own fucking gangs there. You know, you guys can live in old casinos that are being shut down.
I mean, but it is kind of that way. I mean, or downtown, because that's what they'll do with junkie. They'll just drop them off, and in
Right. The whole
downtown
idea
LA.
of being wealthy and enjoying your life is to not see that stuff. So anything that could keep you away from that. That's the establishment. That's what I'm saying. Is that's how the cities are established.
You get so much the cities get so much flack from the right wingers about like, oh, you got all those fucking junk people in your town, in the city. You don't do nothing about it. Like, what the people come there for that? Like, what are you gonna do?
Or go to fucking Tennessee or something and see how people are. You know, it's all the same shit.
It is. It definitely is. You just don't see them out in the street.
It's great, but they don't. They don't go into the shitty neighborhoods. They don't need to.
No.
They're so paid off, and they're just going to get enough votes from who they need, if that's even a thing. And it's me too. I don't go to bad neighborhood. Well, in LA, you kind of have to drive through some, so you get a little used to it, but not really. You don't go in a deep bad neighborhood. If I mean, I wouldn't suggest it.
But Vegas is just
But
like LA. Like
downtown
anything
is fine.
It's fine. But Vegas is just like LA. Anything can happen anywhere.
Exactly. No, like there's a bad neighborhood here. There's neighborhoods here that you don't want to go into.
Yeah.
Just common sense. But that's how things are supposed to be. So until that gets kind of figured out too, I mean, and then I was like, I don't know. I was thinking about like when people say Reagan kicked crazy people out of hospitals, and that was a huge homeless population and just insane people. So now people are just insane. They just have no treatment. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like that has to be figured out. And then again, who knows what it would be? I don't know if drugs on top of drugs is the answer, but yeah, I don't know. It's crazy how it just seems like someone has to suffer for the success to feel good.
Right.
But that's how real rich people feel.
Yeah. Well, they do.
This,
they think
this doesn't mean as much if there's not the other side,
somebody is
struggling.
And I see it.
I'm paying I'm paying $25 for cashews at the Four Seasons.
Right.
You don't think of that, but that's what it is. That's kind of the subconscious, the whole thing we've been raised with like, this is success, money bags, Richie Rich. And we're all ridiculous enough at that age to like go for it. Hey, sometimes it pays off.
Well, the older you get, I don't feel that way, but I know what I would use that money for.
Yeah. Much better stuff.
But if I had it, I'd probably waste it just like all the people, rich people I know do anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, your mind just shifts. And then you get bored and you're like, oh, well, I can't. I guess I don't know. It's all weird. It's a real trip. One day we should talk about like
money,
getting a little fame, and then how you act when that happens.
Well, you talk to people like I want to talk about the Saudi Arabia thing, but like, like how much money you need. Like it changes when you get rich or you got more money. Then it changes. You're like, well, I need to go on that private jet. I need it. Like, like that becomes a need, the same way you need food. You're like, well, this just my expense. I gotta go on the fucking, like I gotta go there or I gotta go on that vacation. Like, so I'm sure the people in the Saudi that went there were like, well, I need the money. And if you asked them what they needed for it, they were like, well, I just bought this house or I bought that car. or
I bought that.
I bought a
I
helicopter.
bought the boat. Yeah, bought a boat and 2 cars. And my wife hates me, and I got to, those kids like want to go to the fucking most expensive schools. Fuck you.
I need it. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Right.
Oh yeah, and you can look at that poster and figure out who those guys are. And then,
Well, there's some people where like that nobody's ever going to give them a hard. Nobody's going to give Kevin Hart a hard time. Like
exactly. Well, Kevin Hart's the problem that what the fuck is getting a problem is because a lot of his comedy was like against the system and like
right.
don't take don't be paid off by people, like you fucking speak up. And then he just has no qualms walking into that situation. So I get it, but
well, they're also you're talking about the world of people who are like, hey, I don't know when it's going to dry up. Every stand-up, I think, every performer, like feels that way of like, you take the money now because it might not be there tomorrow. It's just the way it is. It's like, and maybe other people or in other jobs are like that, but it's definitely when you're a performer, and definitely if you're a stand-up, if you're all your money is made on doing shows, you don't know when people aren't going to show up at your shows the next month. So you take it. You do any show,
I know this shouldn't be done, but like, I'm not going to mention names because I think there's a possibility that they get blown up when you don't want it to. But we both know a guy who has an extravagant lifestyle. Several maybe, and then you're like, what is that person doing? And it's all just like crazy shit. Like I got, what I'm talking about right away. It's Denitra Vance from the 1980s. She parks a Bentley on the sidewalk near Madison Square Garden. Hold on 1 second. Need water. The water.
Well, it's also, you can tell though, like he's like, oh, how many new shows is this dude gonna get? How many new shows he's gonna? But he's gotta have them, because other people who are like, I don't fucking gotta try to put a show on, like I'm fine. I'll wait until another whatever. I can chill out for a little while, wait until a really good project comes around, and there's certain people who are like, man, they got something going on every season, and I get the sense that it's not for them. It's for all the handlers and all the other, agents and managers and whatever, make sure you gotta do this pilot. You gotta do, you
gotta strike while the irons are hot.
Yeah.
And some people are like, and obviously that's going to change more and more, but there used to be people that were like, I don't want to do everything,
Yes. There still are. There's still a lot of people who are like, I'm like that. I'm like, I'm just not going to do, I just can't, I'm not going to be good
movie stars, movie stars do that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, people are just doing shit that pays the bills. And I'm thinking, this until the country gets unsqueezed of every fucking drop of blood that can be monetized, it's gonna be like everybody going for it, like just like selling fucking ad space on their face. My teeth are brought to you by Game Kings. You talk about the Cubs today.
By the way,
go to Sports Brothers right there at sportsbrothers.com.
By the way, Horatio and I are brought to you by Loveling's cock rings. If you like cock rings, you want to go to Lovely's cock rings. 25%.
Yeah, Jerry, and it's not just. This isn't just some kind of bullshit. We use the product, so we know it works, and it really does a great job. It's made out of these great materials. Some polymers that haven't been used. Sustainable,
completely sustainable,
biodegradable. A lot of people are like, "What the fuck am I doing with all these old cock rings in my special box?" Now these are biodegradable. Just throw them in your garden and let God take care of it.
I'm going to talk about cock rings for the next half hour. Now, people think that I'm just talking about it because they're sponsoring me, but, you know, Horatio and I actually use these things. And no, I didn't use them before they sponsored me, but now I do, and now I know why.
And now you're like, and then you told me about it, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And now, like, I've never had better sex in my life. My sleep's better. I stopped going to therapy because of this cock ring. Just really improved my life so much. What show are we watching where they were doing that? Just like, I think couple weeks ago, maybe last week, you sent me a video.
It was I don't want to say.
We'll get there.
I don't want to say who it was.
Nice guy comic.
It was a
stand
comedian,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure a lot of them do it, so it's not a new concept of completely getting into this stupid fucking promo that's paying you $300. What is this, Jerry Space Water? We got space water, and then, you know, you ever have a water, Jerry? You ever open up a water and it's like, oh, this sucks?
Yes, that happens to me all the time, man. I'm like,
it's because it doesn't have enough HO2 molecules. When you buy space water, it's like, oh man.
Well,
like, I was just like, when I was doing my podcast, and they're like, no, you know, these ads, blah blah blah. When we first started it, I was like, this is horrible. Like, I'll pay for the show. Here, Chad, this is the money we would make. You know, obviously I couldn't keep doing that forever, but yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing. Like, I don't want to. I know it's cute or whatever, you know, but MeUndies, you know, we just had the two MeUndies. One of MeUndies died.
It died.
Tragedy of the factory
owner
here in Altoona.
Owner of MeUndies arrested on drug charges. The owner of MeUndies was murdered this morning. Caught up in a massive worldwide prostitution ring.
I heard that the guys, remember, like, for a while, my favorite store in L.A. was the MedMen on Santa Monica.
Yeah.
And it was like, and I was probably on a show or something, or I just had enough money, and I was like prices kind of didn't matter. So you'd see like, you know, big rapper guys, and, you know, everybody's buying like the good shit.
Uh-huh.
And so it's just like whatever was, and the THC percentages were just getting out. They were like 43% THC. You know? But these guys had an incredible business. What they did is they basically they made a dispensary that was like the Apple Store. Like, everything was very nicely packaged. Everything was like very nicely placed. You had very nice access to look at the weed you were going to buy. Yeah. You know, back to those days.
Yeah.
You look at it.
Now they're all like that.
Smell.
But yeah.
Well, you'd have a little box with slits in it, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is fucking good." Yeah. Before COVID, we're putting our noses on the same jar.
I forgot about that too. Yes, but now you can't touch anything.
Yeah, and then, you know, they had $100 half you can buy, and that was good. That was a good deal at that time. And then, you know, I was like, "What's happening?" The show just is like, they had to close some. The guys just took all the money they made and partied away.
Completely, they completely ruined their business. And they were the ones that were going to have, because they had a place down here in San Diego too. And yeah, now they're completely out of business.
They were all set to take over the whole weed industry. Like, really, I think they have one they still have one that's owned by other entity now, but I think there's one in New York. There's one downtown LA. There were like two other ones in regular LA, and then San Diego.
Yep.
Yeah. And they literally just went to Mexico, fucked around, and like partied.
Yeah.
I guess in other islands too. They probably bought a yacht and just were just drinking, doing coke and prostitutes.
I
You
think that
know, because
happens a
that's how
lot
you.
in that business. I mean, it must be an easy business to like, maybe skim from, you know.
Yeah, I think all that shit was going on. I mean, I don't want to, say that the guys were, but they ruined the business. I don't know.
Well,
They
supposedly
probably
they
did
all
take a lot of money that they shouldn't have. This part of the company, I'm sure they borrowed a lot, took a lot of money out.
yeah. Yeah. You got to grow the business, and I'm sure they just just took it out and didn't reinvest anything. It looks like this. I don't know who this new company is. Buzz. Have you ever seen any of those dispensaries? They
No,
went all over the place, but they just like undercut everybody by prices. Everybody, they just like anywhere they go, they just put everybody else out of business because everything is just so low in there. So,
interesting. Yeah. Well, Vegas too is a lot cheaper
yeah.
than LA. But anyway, those kind of, it was always brand loyalty because you're like, that shit that they made got me fucked up. So anything they make, I have to try. That doesn't make sense either because you're going from indica to whatever the fuck you go back
Whatever
and
they
forth.
got. Yep. Whatever they
And
made
then
it out of.
that was the end of that story. They blew it. But
Not
what else was I
surprising.
gonna say?
I guess that the whole industry is having a really hard time, especially in California. I don't know what it's like in other states. In Michigan, I guess it was really booming because they were growing a lot. But it's really like
Is it too many growers? Is that what's happening?
in California.
Did, did
I
they
think
give too
it's
many licenses?
no. I think it's just people grow it out here, so the illegal business just it's just hard to keep it going. It's just they don't make enough money.
You mean illegal
Yeah, legal
or
business
all of
just
them?
undercut the illegal in California. Legal business just undercuts them so much that they just don't make enough. They don't make enough money.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
And everybody was like, it's like the gold rush. Everybody's like, you got to open. Everybody got to go. Went crazy. People opening up dispensaries.
well, if you go to a
Yeah.
dispensary in LA, there's hardly anybody in there, so they don't. I don't think they can just can keep it going. The overhead and try to you got people. You got to have people working in there. You got to all that shit.
I checked out the prices on a delivery place, and it's all just delivery. They send it to you in a package, and it's
In the
like,
mail.
yeah.
I
Uh,
guess you can do that in Nevada.
and it's supposed to be like really, whatever they, if you think of whatever effort organic is, I guess
Uh huh.
this is kind of more of an environmental kind of good thing, where this is made or what they do, how they do it. And, but I'm like, I don't want it to be like like a medical prescription, like every month you got to get a box of weed or something. I don't, or just buy your weed without looking at it or without seeing it,
It's like a
not talking.
subscription.
You
It
know what
just
I mean?
comes. Yeah. Yeah, because it's a plant, so you don't know. Like everyone is different, or like strains. I guess they can get
Yeah, and
weaker
if it
too.
sucks, you bought a half of something you can't use, but maybe
Yeah.
they're getting to the point where so that works, I guess, for if you consume tons of weed or sell it or yourself or whatever. But yeah, it's almost like
I saw this thing Vice did. I guess they're like it's like breeding. So it's like if you overbreed the dog, like how they can get like sick after a while. I guess weed is the same way. Like you can overbreed it so a certain strain can get after a while it gets weak. And they have to go back to the original thing or whatever, but it's like it's real weird the way things go. So you might have a strain that like this year is real strong, but then the next year that same strain won't be as strong. It's weird. So they have to keep
yeah,
crossbreeding stuff to keep making it like whatever. It's I don't know. It's hard to explain, but
that's why you get names like, let me see what I got here.
banana cookies. Like it's a mix
Well,
of.
wedding pie number 6 used to be my favorite, but they're not selling it over here. Um, Yeah, so all those crazy cookies times,
X.
you
Yeah.
know, Abe Vigoda.
Abe Vigoda.
Anyway, yeah, that was our Abe Vigoda is such a lame
What is that?
callback of references that people were making in the 80s or 90s.
Oh, I thought it was a real strain. Is there a real strain, Abe Vigoda?
No, it was just a joke. It seemed like everybody was like, "Guys, as old as Abe Vigoda." And then he was in on the joke. I'm not dead. I was
Yeah.
Tessio.
He kept showing up on,
Yeah, we'd go on
Conan.
Conan. He would go on Conan and just be like, "Yeah, you know, I'm still alive," and then he'd leave. And he'd be like, "Hey."
Fish.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know, Fish was kind of. I kind of liked Fish. It wasn't as good as it should have been.
The show?
Yeah.
Well, it was half teenager, half teenage show, half fish show. You know, like it was kind of a
And the
family
gimmick,
show.
the gimmick got old really quick of him being grouchy. You know, with every situation. You know, just looking to the camera.
Weren't the kids foster kids too?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that didn't make
So they were
sense.
just, there was a black kid and there was an Asian person, and yeah.
Like, why is that grumpy guy going to adopt a bunch of kids?
Because his 7-year-old wife has mental problems
His
and
wife is crazy.
can't deal with just them two being in the house. Like, I think they're grown kids left.
That was right. Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
She's a mental patient. That's why I'm doing it. Yeah, breaking down sitcoms. Like, what the fuck are they?
Why?
What?
Yeah, why in this situation? Why did this situation happen?
Like, when I always talk about Chico and the Man, I'm like, get out of that guy's place. He's calling you a super Mexican 50 times a day. Get out of there. I'm going to teach this guy how to be cool. You know what I mean? I'm going to teach him how to be cool and less racist, man. You know how it is. Like, nah, man, just leave. Just leave.
Oh, that was always the thing about Good Times. We were always like, why don't they fucking leave? It's such a tragedy. They couldn't get out of there. They couldn't get out. They're trapped. It's like, I don't want to watch
They're
this.
trapped by Norman Lear.
Remember the one episode where they were gonna move?
Yeah.
And the football player was like gonna marry the girl, and then he got hurt. Like,
yeah. I was like, this is too fucking much, man. I mean, like,
didn't he go to college? Didn't he play football in college? Like, he's got to go live with them in the ghetto. He gets hurt. Like, that's the choice.
Well, he's got a bad knee, man. He can't even go to work. Can't even find a job.
Can he coach? Like, no.
And then with those not familiar with this is not just turned into a personal conversation, but for those not familiar with Good Times, you know, it was a really fun show. Everybody watched it, but it was very sad. Like, that's the point. They would have good times in the terrible ghetto. They were like in a housing development that was based on Cabrini Green in Chicago, which was the worst crime-ridden place. And so, yeah, we watched it, and they had cement walls, and they never like paint it, man. Put some fucking something up there.
Yeah. Can't you go find
every room is cement walls? Like, good God. No, but you know, Jerry, not to like, if you would, let's just a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I've rewatched Good Times the last couple years. I just got off it 6 months ago, but I've been watching it like every morning. And at the end, it works out. He gets to go back and play sports, right? And everybody's good and happy.
The last show, yes, I think the last show.
Yeah.
The mother moves away. The mother had already moved away. JJ gets a job somewhere, right? They all like move or something, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah.
But they did.
And Michael moves to Boys Town and lives a comfortable gay life.
That'd be great if they had all that stuff in there. Hey, Michael, they're helping you your apartment up there by Wrigley Field. we ain't never hung up on the north side that much. But you got to come up here and visit me sometime. I live on Broadway. Describe the whole fucking neighborhood. Right behind the manhole. The manhole? Yeah, it's the bar
I could talk
hang out
about
at.
good times for. I think I could talk. I could talk about good nights for a couple hours. The whole fact of John Amos, having to leave because
He was mad.
Jimmy Walker was the star of the show, and he thought he was going to be the star of the show. And for people who don't know, John Amos, I guess, is more famous now for being the father of the girl that becomes a princess in the Eddie Murphy Coming to America, and that's sad in itself.
He had a pretty good acting career. He went on to
Yeah, he
have.
did. He did.
And,
Did you like?
and really, out of everybody, he probably did the right thing because he's the one that like continued to act. Everybody else on that show didn't do anything.
Yeah, they were typecast in their roles, and John Amos, wasn't.
Yeah.
But he basically quit. So like he probably it was probably money too. Like
Yeah, it was.
come on, pay me like a star.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, fuck you then. Now the show's not even about me, and now I got to be here and give this guy straight lines, which I wouldn't mind.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the show had a whole different plan, and it wasn't supposed to be. JJ wasn't supposed to do any of that stuff. He wasn't supposed to have those catchphrases. Like that all came after Jimmy Walker got hired. So they're like, what the fuck is this show? Like we're gonna have this serious show that had a little comedy in it about this family, and now it's about this goofball who fucking says shit like. But that's every sitcom. That's the way sitcoms
were. Like this is gonna be very dramatic. We're gonna raise issues. We're gonna really hit it hard. And then Jimmy JJ Walker, it's like, hold off. Let's get Jimmy's fucking gold in first, and then we'll worry about how you can't get a job.
And I'm sure that Norman Lear would have told him like, hey, this is how the show's gonna stay on. Like what do you fucking think? You think they're gonna keep this show on if nobody's laughing or nobody's watching?
Yeah. Like remember that show, Chris McNichol Family? It wasn't a sitcom at all.
Right.
It was the most depressing show in the world.
Yes, with the little kid with the fucking haircut. What the blonde kid?
Oh, that's 8 is Enough.
Oh, 8 is Enough. That's right. I forgot. Yeah. Came on the same network. I forgot. Yeah.
That was slightly more lighthearted.
A little bit better.
Still that kind of thing, but this family was like
family, right?
I've got cancer. Every week was some disaster. You're like, oh my God. I only watch that shit I guess it's a soap opera.
Yeah. Well, like there was a lot of stuff that was popular then, like the Waltons was popular, and Little House on the Prairie, which was kind of like, drama, but family shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
I hated all that stuff. I hated all that stuff. I hated Little House on the Prairie. I hated the Waltons. I hated it.
I hated the fucking the doctor that used to be on MASH, right? The character.
Trapper John?
Yeah, Trapper John. They had that show.
I love that show. He had Gonzo. Gonzo lived in the parking lot in the fucking RV.
Yeah, that was very cool. Pernell Whitaker or whatever his name is.
Who wasn't in MASH at all. He was playing a different character.
I was annoyed that that's what happened to the guy that I loved on MASH.
Like he looks like that.
Like in MASH, he gets to go home and live a nice life.
Right.
Shit.
I still got you though. You're still here if you can hear me. So, can you hear me? Or are you back? On MASH, the character Trapper got to leave the war, go home, have a good life, And then CBS does another show. I was just saying, oh, you muted yourself. God damn it. Oh, no, you're back. I was just saying that, yeah, the character, Trapper John, on the show, like his character got to go home. He was gone. He was having a nice life. And then all of a sudden, CBS brings this show
Sorry,
back.
Jerry, I switched into Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Shit. Well, I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you get back your Bluetooth. Get your Bluetooth on, I should say. Get back your Bluetooth. Man, I must sound like the biggest boomer. And people should know I'm Generation X. I am not a boomer. So I am familiar with computers. I took a programming class in the 12th grade. Are you there? It says you muted yourself. Can you hear me? Can't hear me. Nope. No. I can hear you though. Oh, did I mute myself? Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. So everybody can hear me. So yeah, MASH had this character called Trapper John. He left the show on MASH. Didn't see him for a while. The whole idea was that he was gone. He was enjoying his life. Then CBS brings this show on called Trapper John, which is a drama, like a hospital drama. MASH was definitely a comedy. This show is just a straight up drama. They changed the character, and it's not that long that MASH has been off, but they have a new actor playing this character that had been on MASH, and he plays the character completely different. But the whole idea was that he used to be in Korea and now he's at this hospital, and that was it. They just used it as the story, and they didn't. That's hard to explain. I don't know if I'm gonna get Horatio back. I could talk to you about a lot of stuff though. What else is going on? I have nothing else. Should I call it, Horatio? Should I call it, everybody? Should we just see you next week? They did the same with Lou Grant. Well, see, but Lou Grant though, Lou Grant was playing, Asner was playing Lou Grant. Also, I got to work with Ed Asner right before he died. Fucking funniest dude in the world. Oh, somebody else was Trapper. Yes. The second Trapper was playing Parnell Roberts. Thank you. Who left Bonanza? Yes, while it was still popular. Yeah, and Pernell Roberts was like a completely like he played him like just Pernell Roberts. Like he didn't even play him. Trapper as like kind of, I guess he was supposed to be kind of funny or whatever. Yeah. So when Lou Grant came back, that was also a drama. I remember there was a crazy grape one that was like there was the worst episode about actual assault. Worst thing I've ever seen about that in my life. But it really did like make it so horrendous. But yeah, Lou Grant was like a completely like different kind of shit. It was completely a drama. Not like Mary Tyler Moore at all. I mean, in some ways I kind of like that. I like that they did. I mean, I don't like the show necessarily. The Fresh Prince, whatever the remake that they did of that, and they made that a drama. But that was also different in that they just did a retelling as a drama, which is kind of fun. Where this is different, where the spinoff is a different form of show. Yeah, they used to do that a lot, and it seems like at CBS they used to do that a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna get Horatio back. So I may have to drop him. But yeah. And anyway, if anybody wants to give me suggestions on who my next guest is, I about know everybody in the comedy business, or can get anybody. I really, really wanted. God yeah, now I forgot his name, so I guess it doesn't matter. But there was one guest that I really wanted on, but I'm trying to come up with a list of people that could be the next guest. I mean, there's a list of people that I would like to have on, a lot of my friends, but I don't know. I mean, it seems like I should get somebody on that's like, you know, about the times, right? About what's going on. You know, maybe something like current, some kind of buzzworthy guest, you know, to get me more viewers. So if anybody has any suggestions, leave them in the comments, you know, on this video. It might be nice. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna tell Horatio that I'm gonna end it, and maybe I'll see you all next week. And hopefully some more stuff will be going on in the comedy world. Nothing really going on. Did you like the title of this? I watched Gutfeld last night, and it was just such. If you can go online and watch it. It was like a funeral, like after that election. It's surprising. It was just like, are people just like, oh, maybe this isn't funny? I mean, it's never like a laugh fest on that show, but it was weird watching it. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me another week. See what's going on next week. Have a good time. For all you people that are listening to this while it's not live, wake up. Now you can go back to sleep. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye. Let's end with the music this time, huh? I think I got a closer. Don't I have a closer? I have a thank you. Yeah.